if we're recording, because every time you know that we're recording, you get shy and you can't.
How do you know that?
Because I know that. You can't do that.
I'm not looking at anything.
Man.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. Just God.
Give me another shot.
Okay, let's have another shot.
I'm gonna give you another shot.
Let's have some milagro.
Some Milagro.
Reposado.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor of the Reposado.
But it's really good.
But it's really good.
I gotta admit.
So if they need a sponsor and they want to sponsor at least 2 people to buy bottles of Milagro at the Safeway, we can hook them up with at least $20 during this COVID. I mean, anything counts, right? And I'm just going to say your name, right? So, all right, here's a shot.
So this bottle we bought it for my birthday weekend, yes. Right?
And we never drank it.
Because we had other alcohol options.
And today, we're going to cheers with tequila.
Yes.
With the salt and lime.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Whew.
Welcome.
I got the goosebumps.
I got the goosebumps. Which part? The lime part?
No, when I took the shot.
Oh, that's gross.
That gives me goosebumps.
That means you almost threw up then. No. Oh.
No, I felt it in my body.
Ugh.
But it was smooth though.
No.
It was really good. Wait, how many shots do we have now? 3?
So 2. Far we had 3.
3.
Each.
Okay.
Nice. Welcome to another podcast of the Just Call It podcast with William Murillo and special guest Jacqueline Murillo, my wife.
Yay.
That's Hello. Right. She's here tonight, and we're going to have a good time drinking some tequila, listening to music that you guys most likely will not be able to listen to because we're not a sponsor of that music, and we can't because we'll get sued.
We don't want that.
So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good night. Today is August 7th, 2020. Exactly 9:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune your clocks to us, please. Tune your clock. Yeah. So we're here having a good time, drinking some tequila, right?
Yes.
That's right.
It's really good.
And I was trying to hide the recorder from you so you don't know that we're recording so you can have a good time talking to me, right?
I do have a good time talking to you.
Yeah, but when you know that we're recording...
Yeah, I know. I get kind of nervous.
Right. Which everyone would get nervous. I get nervous. I'm nervous right now. I don't care if they know that. I don't care if people know that. I don't care if you're listening to it.
Okay.
That's right. Because I don't give a shit. Because you got to be able to be honest. And be
right.
upfront.
I like that. I like honesty.
That's right.
Yeah. I like to be upfront too.
What did we have today for our dinner?
Oh, man. We had delicious steak fries. And
with what?
Shrimp
with
burrito.
Steak. Shit, that was a dumb question.
With what? Steak.
Well, it could be steak fries, literally, right? Like steak cut fries.
Right.
Right.
But still, you're saying what the meat is, right?
No. When you say you have steak fries, they're cut like a steak. I mean, they're not cut like a steak, but they... That was stupid.
Can you imagine?
That was so
I'm just
stupid.
Gonna
that was so stupid.
Give you a steak fry that is cut like a steak.
Can you believe that was dumb? Yeah, how can you cut a potato like a steak? I mean, yeah, I guess you could shape it.
You could shape it into a little square.
What would you shape it like a Florida sign? You know, like a Florida kind of like
Florida sign,
like a Florida shape a little bit.
You gotta cut the edge, all the round edges. Probably.
Yeah, you gotta make it kind of like a circle.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
But no, I meant like there's potatoes that are steak fries. They call them steak fries. They're just big, like thicker chunks
ones.
of potatoes. Yeah.
Okay.
And they usually serve it with a nice steak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because normally they do like the potato, like halves and stuff like that. Put some garlic and broccoli and stuff like that.
Right.
That's good, right? But when you have the steak fries, you actually can fry them, and they taste freaking bomb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Delicious carbs.
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly.
But yeah, we had that, and then you also got us 2 shrimp burritos, which weren't as good as the steak fries.
Let's not say where we got them.
Right.
Because that'd be bad.
Okay.
But we did get them in locally in San Leandro.
Yes. Support your local businesses. That's for sure.
Even if the burritos are okay.
Are okay.
But
if
the
not,
steak
go
fries,
to the next city.
Go to the one next over. Go to the other guy. Always have a go-to Mexican restaurant, right?
You gotta always have a go-to. Always.
What do you get at the Mexican... Okay, Mexican restaurant, Mexican taqueria versus each other. What are you... Okay, you are the Mexican taqueria. What is the pluses versus I'll be the Mexican restaurant?
Well, a taqueria is more like to go, you know? Like, it's more... The food is more like to go. You know, it's just like you get there. You're not gonna go to a restaurant and sit down and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna order a burrito." That's not even cute. Like, if you go to a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, you're gonna order something that's like more, you know, upscale a little. You know, like you're gonna get like enchiladas or fajitas or fajitas. Or some type of more, like, you know, more...
Good...
Better quality plate.
A quality plate.
Yeah.
Versus, like, a really quick wrap it up in a tortilla and then
tortilla and you're done, you know? I mean, the taqueria only will sell you quesadillas.
The 3 fastest things in the tortilla. Burrito, taco, and quesadilla. Boom.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. And you're done.
And
that's all you're going to sell.
That's all you're going to sell.
Yeah.
And then you can just sell them like 3 different meats. Chicken, steak, pork. Get the fuck out.
Bye! Give me my money.
Get the fuck out. But okay, you go to a Mexican restaurant, of course, you get the good food, right? You get the shrimp cocktail, right?
You got the little garnish on top.
Garnish, a little parsley.
You know, little...
They're trying to do it up with some...
They're kind of trying to make it all pretty.
They're trying to do it up with some Milton crackers on the side and shit.
Milton crackers?
Like no salt. Trying to make it look good. Make it healthy in a cocktail.
They give you like, you know, a side with beans and rice and stuff. And, you know, I mean, they do it up.
They do it up, right?
Yeah.
But to me, like, there's some taquerias where you can actually go have a burrito and sit outside, though. Like in some of their outdoor areas, you know?
Taquerias.
Some taquerias.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
or even just chill outside and have a taco,
they're just...
That's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, but, you know, it's like, it's the style of it, you know? Like, just the style of the taqueria. That's the way they function, you know? They don't have servers. It's like, no. They do
servers?
Yeah.
Oh, like serving the food.
Yeah,
I was thinking
waiters.
like servers, like computers. Like
no,
they needed that. I was like, what is it going to be, a high-tech computer?
High-tech computer?
Like high-tech burritos and shit?
Here, let me pull up a burrito for you.
Let me pull up the last order you got 2 months ago.
No. What I'm saying is like a server, waiter, you know? I mean, that's a very different dynamic of business. You know, a taqueria versus a Mexican restaurant. But...
See, if I can choose any place between the two, Mexican restaurant or taqueria, you're like, hey, man, it doesn't matter. It can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Yeah. I'm going to go Mexican restaurant. Because you know why? If I can go Mexican restaurant, even if I have to spend $40 for my plate and my beer when I go there each time, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I know that I'm going to be seated, have a good time. But most importantly, I love having variety of my food. When you go to a taqueria, it's always the same shit. Tortilla, beans, rice, and or just meat, tacos, onions, and cebollas. Like, that's it, bro. Get out of here.
Right, but you have to admit that a lot of taquerias have better tacos and burritos than a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, but you're not, like you said, you're not gonna go get a burrito or taco at a Mexican restaurant.
That's true.
But if some Mexican... That's the one thing about taquerias.
Yeah.
You can go get a good-ass, really good quality plate at a taqueria like some enchiladas, some steak, some carne asada.
Right.
You can get some. Yeah. You can get a menudo. You can get pozole, ceviche, sope, tostada.
Yeah.
Like hell stuff
right,
at a taqueria. That's
true.
actually pretty freaking good.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it just depends on what you're looking for, really. Like, is it you want a variety of foods, or you just want to get good taco, good burrito.
If so, okay, we both know that we love Mexican food, okay? But if someone invited you and they invited you to 3 things, okay, and you had a choice, it doesn't matter. You either go to taqueria, you go to Mexican restaurant, or the Roach Coach, the taco truck. Where do you go?
If I had a choice?
You had a choice. It can be the best of either category. The best Mexican restaurant, the best taqueria, or the best taco truck that in the Bay Area. Or anywhere in the world. It can be in Mexico.
I would go to a taqueria.
A taqueria?
Yeah.
I would go to a taco truck at that point.
Okay, because...
Taco truck in the middle of freaking, construction site. Morning burrito, 9 o'clock, 10 a.m. You're fucking starving. You get a freaking chorizo burrito, and you go gulp that shit. That shit is so delicious.
True. That is
delicious.
True. You got a point there. You do.
You get like normal tacos, just in that white styrofoam with the cellophane on top. The shrink wrap.
Yeah.
You get that shit with the jalapeno and the onion inside of it with some carrots, some rábanos, and they wrap that shit up. You drive in your car trying to meet the guys or meet your coworkers. Like, I'm about to eat this lunch, and you get a taco. Oh man! Even though it's delicious. Fast, short, and sweet, man.
Those tacos are really
tacos
good.
Out of a Roach Coach.
I mean, by the way, let me say that we have gone to places late at night just to a taqueria to just go get. I mean, a taco truck just to go get bomb ass tacos. We're just okay, let's go drive.
What is the best taco truck? And you can say who's the best taco truck in Oakland. You can say that if you're giving them props. You can actually say that. Who's the best taco truck?
El Gruyense.
El Gruyense in Oakland. Where is it at?
It's down International, but
tell people
I don't know.
Make sure
it's
if you
in
go
this little street.
Make sure
and then you gotta turn right.
If you're out there, our recommendations. If you want to go to the spot International, wear a big gold chain, hold a big sign that says "I'm an idiot," and drive a Mercedes Benz. You're gonna be totally fine.
What? Oh my god.
Don't do that.
Do not do that, please. But anyways, I've only been there, I don't know, a couple of times, because when I get the tacos from there, I mean, they bring them to me, my coworkers. They go
you tell them to go get them for you.
Right, yeah. Cause
you ask them, not tell them.
Well, exactly. I ask them.
Hey, you guys go give me some tacos.
Go give me some tacos right now. No, they actually offer, hey, we're gonna go. So I'm I'll get some too. Yeah. Or, the place that we went not too long ago on, right where the Tortas Ahogadas place is at.
Taco truck?
No, it was actually a taqueria, though.
Oh.
There's a thing. It's you kind of
forget about
there's
those places.
Tacos, and you're just man, that taqueria is good, but this but this taco truck has them really good too.
This taco truck this taco truck makes good corn tortillas with steak, but this taqueria makes good quesadillas with pastor, and this taqueria makes hella good ass freaking tortas, and you're what do I feel like today?
Yeah, which place am I gonna go? Because
they don't make good of everything, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Some places are good for burritos, but their tacos are horrible. Or their tacos are really good, but they don't have good tortas or good quesadillas or good. Not every single thing on their menu is delicious.
That's why I say you go with a taco truck, because you're gonna get
everything good?
Everything good. So that oily taste mixing in with everything that you eat. If you want a hamburger and a taco truck, they'll make you a motherfucking hamburger. You know those taco trucks that make hamburgers? They also make hot dogs. They make shrimp tempura. They serve it up with a Gatorade. They serve it up with a freaking oatmeal cookie for fucking mother's cookies and shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, okay, because I'm drinking my favorite soda that you like.
No, that's not your favorite. That's my favorite.
I hate Dr. Pepper, but because it's the only soda we have.
He has just broken this news to me. I never knew this.
But it's decent, you know. It's not that bad.
You just said that you hated it.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Out of all the sodas, which is the best soda?
Dr. Pepper.
No, that's not true. I'm telling you.
To my opinion, yes, Dr. Pepper.
Cold Pepsi is the best.
Yeah.
You get a freaking super cold, giant Pepsi, man. That is delicious. When you serve it up with your burger or you get it at a stadium, oh, that's so good. Dr. Pepper's like, and you said it was 31 flavors. It's only 23.
I never said 31 flavors.
Mm-hmm.
I never said 31.
That's 8 shy of what you said.
No, I did not say. Well, I have only drank probably a sip of that whole bottle that you're drinking. Those 2 liters. Mm-hmm. You only have a quarter of that left.
Yeah.
So you say you hate it, but you've been drinking it.
Because it's, like I said, it's the only soda in the house. Oh shit.
We went to the store. You asked me, and I said, "Well, get whatever soda you want." You're the one that drinks soda, and you're like, "I'll get Dr. Pepper because I know you like it." But it's like,
because I'm the one.
You're the one that's gonna drink it. Really?
I turn on this fan. It's hot in here, man.
Okay, it's the tequila.
That tequila's making me hot.
It's making you hot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even. We only what?
Yeah, we said we're supposed to get halfway to the bottle. We're about 1/4 down.
Yes.
But that's the top.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
this?
a little bit. Oh, thanks. That would be very, very helpful. Thank you.
So, Jackie, as part of the podcast of the Just Call It podcast, you're supposed to call your own shots, you know? That's part of the anthem of the Just Call It podcast. It's basically you make your own calls in life, what you really want to say and what you really want to do, and you do them.
Okay.
You know? And you're strong about it, because sometimes a lot of indecision happens to even as the simple as making heads or tails, or even trying to make a decision to get something done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, you know, I ask you when you come on this podcast, you know, the podcast is a Just Call It podcast, you know? Like, everyone thinks it's a really weird word. Like, what do you mean, just call it? It just came from just, what do you want to call the podcast? And it's just like, just get it done, man.
Okay.
And I know that you have just a get it done attitude. Out of everybody that I know, my wife, Jacqueline, is seriously the freaking most get it done person that I ever met. And I want to know, what is something that you really like stand by your get it done attitude? Because sometimes that shit's like unknown, you know? A lot of people think that they have it, and then they realize they really don't. Or a lot of people don't, or underestimate themselves that they don't have it. Or a lot of people do have it and really expose it. But for you, what is something that you would say that's helpful for somebody out there to call their own shots and that's helped you in your life in a way? Take your time.
That was really beautiful what you just said. You know, wow. This is a really good question, because, you know, you never stop to think about these things because you're so like,
I mean, you're
in a mode where you want to get it done and all this, but for some reason I always feel that I owe it to somebody. Right?
That's a good, okay.
So I have been helped by, I mean, you know this, I have been helped by so many people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been blessed by a lot of people that have been helping me on the way in my path of, you know, to be successful. And I feel like I owe it to those people. You know, I want to pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
I have that mentality of that I want other people to be successful, you know, in what they want to do in life as well, you know. I think it's something that everybody should be entitled to do, right? So that motivates me to what you're talking about, the get it done kind of thing, you know. So that is something that I always think about, like, well, what about my siblings, or what about the young people out there, you know? Like, I'm just like, no, like, I have to, it's, you know, I gotta work hard, you know, so I'm an example to them, you know. You know, I mean, you know, I have 8 siblings, so I don't, it's not like, oh, there's so much pressure, you know. Well, there is, but, you know, I like to set that standard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big motivation to me, you know, of that get it done attitude.
Responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's a really good thing that you touched on, because if you're a person that, you know, you have to lead by example, you know, a lot of people are looking at you, and a lot of people understand that by example type of situation, because sometimes when you are told when you lead by example and you do something that you think doesn't mean a lot of people start to reciprocate the same mistake that you made, and then you start to like think like, oh fuck, that person's doing the same thing I did,
right?
And you're like, oh man, I didn't even intend for them to even do that, like, you know, do as I say, don't do as I do, you know,
right.
And I think you really do a good thing, as in you doing as you do and saying as you say, you know, because you do as you say.
Yeah.
If you say you're gonna do something, you do it.
Okay.
And that's like the coolest thing about you, and when you set your mind to certain goals in your life, like that's what I've seen about you, you know. That's a really good thing, and a lot of people look up to you. And I think that's, a lot of people don't really notice that within themselves, you know, that they need to go out there and really say and do what it is that they're going to say and do it.
Right.
That's the hardest thing for a person to do.
Exactly. Yeah, it is a very difficult thing, you know. I mean, saying you want to do something and actually doing it, it's a very hard thing. You know, you have to put a lot of dedication and emphasis and it's and your time to do it is I'm sorry, but that's but yeah, it's something that it's a lot of effort. It takes a lot, but you can't always do it alone. I didn't do it alone. You know, I had friends and family and acquaintances that I, you know, along the way that I mean, I'm not rich, right? I'm not saying like successful, like, oh, I have this, like, you know, no. What I mean is like, what I mean by successful is like you're reaching your goals, you're achieving those dreams that you have, you know. So that's something that, you know, I mean, you know, what you can say many things, but you can not do them, right? But
a lot of people, that's true.
But I think also what I've learned is be consistent. Consistency will always be a good thing in your life, because when you're consistent, it helps with achieving your goals a lot of the time.
And that's one thing when you actually try to call out a decision that you make, because decisions, a lot of people think it's like a yes or no, and it's like you did it and that's it, it's done. Right. But if you say, hey, I'm a person who's never going to kill anybody, right? Mm-hmm. That's a decision that you take on for the rest of your life, right? And that decision can be for a lot of things in life. Bless you.
Right, thank you.
That was the most silent, bless you, the most silent sneeze I've ever heard in my whole life.
From me, right?
I think that escaped from your eyes. Like, it just literally, like, from your eyes. I don't know how you, the gesundheit! You know, like, how do you sneeze like that?
I don't know. It's a learned thing, I guess.
One thing about the podcast is, unless you tell us to see us in video, we will not let you see us in video. And if
you'll never see our faces.
If you saw us in video, you will laugh. And if you wanted to, you have to request it.
You have to request it.
And if you saw what we did on the video while we're talking, you will also laugh. And it will be awesome.
Oh my god.
So until someone does that, we'll do it live.
All right. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a conversation, you know, with your close ones, and you know where you want to, and even, you know, you're telling me, oh, you know, you're get it done attitude, and there's so many things that I'm still working on towards, you know, and I still don't get it done, you know. So you know, it's something that's
the suffering of every perfectionist, is that they always feel like they never get enough done.
Yeah.
You know.
That's exactly true.
You
and I mean, it's like right now I'm just like, I haven't done anything, you know.
Yeah, and you've done a lot already, and it's like almost 10 o'clock at night.
So I think, but but I believe in, you have to look back at your life too, and say, well, what are the things that I have done in my life? Oh, I've done this, I've done that, I have achieved this goal, or so that kind of makes you think, oh man, shit, I have done shit. Like, I have done the goals I have set myself to do, you know? So I feel like we forget.
Yeah.
So, you know, thinking back in your life and, you know, really diving into your life and saying, well, I forgot I did this and I forgot I did that. Like, reminding yourself, write it down, or talk about it.
You forget about your accomplishments, right?
Yeah, you do. You forget about those little accomplishments that you did, and those.
That's another thing a lot of high achievers do, is that they achieve one feat and it's like on to the next.
Right. Like,
and it's like, that's the new focus.
Next thing.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's one thing you're touching on is acknowledging, you know, what are your past experiences and accomplishments, and even losses that you've learned from, you know?
Right.
You know, learning from those lessons, you know, you really truly learn from failure.
Right.
And failure makes you stronger. Yeah. It makes you, hey, don't do that next time, right?
Yeah.
As dumb as it is, you know, you learn it through work style, you learn it through school, you learn it through life, meeting friends, meeting relationships, people that didn't work out, you know, things like that. And those things really start to kind of make sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think ever a human is going to truly, really learn and be the most ultimate of themselves. We're just so always at fault. You know, we always have something.
We're prone to make a mistake.
And you know what we're also prone to? Live and keep going.
Yeah, that's true.
And just get past it.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, life goes on.
Yeah.
Because you can look at a kid right now who's 6 and see them in 40 years from now, and they're 46, and you're like, holy shit, that guy has a job. That guy could be owning a business. That girl could be a teacher. That girl can be a firefighter. That guy can be a freaking, who knows?
That's true.
But you just don't know what can happen.
Yeah.
in that time. But
Right.
you really have to just learn how to grow, get over it, whatever it is that you're going through, because that's like the best thing you can only do, right?
Right.
Just be able to move on with your life if you're having a tough time or you made some couple of mistakes here at work or with your life or family. You know, you have to be able to get over it and move on. But at the same time, you have to learn from it, right?
Right.
Because a mistake is made.
Right. Well, I also think that there's no growth when there's no mistakes. I mean, if you're perfect and you don't make any mistakes, or you're always like on the safe path of like, oh, I don't want to make a mistake, I feel like that also kind of you lose that opportunity to grow and to learn as well as a person, you know.
Yeah.
So I also it sucks to make a mistake when you know you're like, oh my god, like you feel so beat down. You know, you're just like, oh my god, like I can't believe it, I did this, or how could I not have thought about this, or you know, but it's a lesson. You know, it's an experience, and you just learn from it, and you know, like you just said, you move on.
You know, one lesson I'll never learn from is having cars that always fuck up. You know, like
that's like a curse, okay? That's like a separate issue here.
I'm like the freaking king of like losing cars and getting them destroyed.
Oh god.
I mean, from cars,
losing cars,
like cars literally running on freaking hopes and dreams, to cars crashing, to cars self-combusting, to cars even like just randomly car crash with an old person. You know, it's just like it's just ridiculous. I hate owning a car.
I mean, you just got your car 2 months ago. You crashed within a month.
Yeah,
which is
it's like the most
insane.
unluckiest thing in the freaking world.
But the trooper car is your mom's car. That car, you have been driving that thing
if you want
forever.
If you want a car that will last dynasties in your family, buy a Ford. Okay, buy a Ford truck. If you SUV, buy a Ford. That shit will last you for a long fucking time if you take care of it, man. That thing will last you, even though it probably look like shit by the 10, 20 years. But that truck will make it back and forth to wherever you gotta go.
I drove it 4 hours away from where we lived to my bachelorette party and
made it back.
Made it back with 8 girls in the car. Well, 8 girls? Yeah, 8 girls.
Whoever was in the car.
It was so many girls. But we went all the way. We came back and no problem.
Where'd you go? You could tell the.
I could say it.
Yeah.
We went
share the story about going to your bachelorette party, and if you want, I can share the story about
yours. Okay, so it was my bridesmaids and a coworker, and we went to Lake Tahoe. And the reason why I chose Lake Tahoe was because...
You sound like you're about to get interrogated by the FBI agent.
It's like, so the next, we did this.
So, yeah, and then I forgot. And then I got hit over the head with a stick.
No, it was really fun.
All right,
it was very,
on.
very fun.
Let's have another shot first.
Okay. All right.
Brought to you by Milagro, not a sponsor. It's all right.
All right.
We're serving it up. 2 shots. 2 shots for 2 people. 2 shots. 2 shots. 2 shots. 2 shots. 2 shots. 2 shots. That's right. All right. Are you ready to have this delicious shot?
Do we have any more limes?
I think so.
We gotta use the same ones. Excuse me.
All right. We're gonna break the rules.
No COVID.
No COVID. You think they'll find out?
I don't know.
Like midway.
Especially if it's already if it's gonna be out there. No, don't do it. But
It has to be like something like completely unknown, you know, like something
unknown.
like a completely unknown thing, you know, like they'd be like, "What the fuck is that? I cannot decipher on the automatic like arithmetic that exists there on YouTube." Let's play our wedding song, you know?
Okay.
That's a good song right here. That's a good song. Right. One shot for you. One shot for me. Alright. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hold on. I gotta do a better one. Here by the thing.
Okay.
Cheers. Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Goosebumps again.
Goosebumps again?
Yeah. What is it? How many shots have we had already? 5?
It's a
4.
Total of 4.
Total of 4.
Total of 4
Are
each.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, so the first 2 shots are good. Now I got the next 2 times goosebumps.
But you have to tell me, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. By the way, my health situation is that I have rheumatoid arthritis for 4 years now? I think 4 years, yeah.
My wife has rheumatoid arthritis, and she's a young, beautiful lady.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
She looks like she doesn't even have rheumatoid arthritis.
That's right. Yeah. I look completely normal.
You look completely normal, and if you walked up just like, yes, I suffer a complete crazy bone disease that can cripple me, and yeah.
And I can basically die.
So shout out to all the people out there suffering arthritis.
Yes.
Because I'm
a huge supporter.
Explain a little bit about your struggles and more about how you got onto that and you got it through it, you know.
Well,
be for real.
Alright, I'll be for real. It's a autoimmune disease. And basically what it does is that your body attacks itself thinking it's the enemy, right? Instead of protecting yourself, which is to, kill bacteria and fight diseases and stuff, right? But it's actually fighting your body, which is supposed to protect you, but it's not. Right?
So I remember you've told me before it's kind of like your white blood cells.
Yeah. So basically it's a reduction of white blood cells. So it gets that's actually like the problem. You don't have enough, right? So yeah, I have to be checked every 3 months for blood work. They have to check my liver, they have to check my kidneys, and I take a shot, which my hubby gives me every 2 weeks when he's bothering me.
But like this shot though is not just like a normal shot that like
that's right.
Like
it's
an old nurse or something would just shoot kind of like a syringe, you know. It's a shot where you literally like inject it like an emergency shot. Like you're gonna inject it like quickly. It's a quick shot button. I just press a button and the thing goes directly into her legs.
Yeah, he does that every
2 weeks.
We try every 2 weeks because I start.
It's every 2 weeks.
It's okay. It's every 2 weeks.
It's every 2 weeks.
So anyway, you give me the shot and I have to take medication every day and I have to take another medication every week. So, but yeah, I mean, it's with medication, you're fine, depending on how severe is your arthritis, your rheumatoid arthritis. It could be, light, it can be strong, it can be, it depends. So, for the most part, I can function, like a normal person. I can have a normal life, but I cannot have alcohol, which I'm having now, but...
Well, but you can have a very limited amount.
Yeah, you don't have to have... You can't have much.
But you had 4 shots.
I know, that's already a lot for me.
Yeah.
So, obviously, eating healthy is also a big factor into rheumatoid arthritis. So, yeah. I mean, today we're having fun, but on a normal day, you know me.
You never drink.
I never drink. I don't drink. I try to exercise, and I try to eat healthy, but sometimes it's difficult.
You work out, come on. Stop being so hard on yourself.
Lately, I have been working out,
yeah.
Lately,
You're fine.
yeah.
You're fine.
And I worked out for 2 weeks straight?
You've been working out for almost like a month straight.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought my max was like 2 weeks straight, yeah.
What, because you're off like 1 or 2 days?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That's almost a month.
That's almost a month. You're the sweetest guy. But yeah. So yeah, that's a little bit about rheumatoid arthritis. So yeah.
It's tough, man, because,
It is.
You go through a lot of testing. Yeah. And to even discover that, you having that's pretty intense too.
Well, discovering it is, and I think there's not enough awareness about rheumatoid arthritis, and it's very common. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like it's a common growing disease.
Right.
One, it's you don't know where it comes from. Like, remember I was telling you, like, it could be genetic.
I don't remember it. I remember, but the audience doesn't remember.
Oh, I'm sorry. It could be genetic. It could be by, the environment. It can also be what you eat. So I was telling, Billy a couple days ago that, for myself, I don't know if it's genetic, but I have an aunt that does have rheumatoid arthritis.
Right.
Yeah. She got it at a later time in life, but...
So it's really rare to have it at a really young age.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
That I don't know.
So if anybody knows that, let us know. Yeah. That'd be amazing. Because getting awareness out there for rheumatoid arthritis is really good. Because, like you said, if it's a really rare thing to find out and more people have it than they think, then that's a really good thing.
Yeah, well, I think there should be more research done on it. I try to subscribe to the Arthritis Foundation. Like, I try to be in the loop.
As long as it's cool, you can say it. If it's like offensive, it's like, oh man.
No, well, I mean, it's like a foundation, so I don't know if it was like,
hey, these guys are drinking, these guys are doing things. I don't know about this. Hey, but you have rheumatoid arthritis, so it's like, hey, you don't respect me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Oh my god. But yes, it's a lifestyle that you definitely have to adapt to. Did I have a hard time? Yes.
What's the hardest thing about it in the 4 years you've had it?
In the 4 years that I've had it, the hardest thing is getting up from bed. When you want to, when you have the energy, like the want, the desire, and you can't. Like, your body is like, no. Mm-hmm. That is what's been the hardest thing for me.
Describe, like, how that feeling is. I know that feeling because you described it to me. You described it to me as you are literally solid as a rock sitting there and you are in complete pain and cannot move a joint.
Yeah.
In your body.
Right.
You can't move a bone in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So, explain in a way what that would feel like to somebody if they were to hear you talk about that.
It's really like a stabbing sensation. Like, let's just say...
Where?
Like, so let's just say that someone's, like, pinching you really hard. You know? Like, on your ankles, on your knees, like, everywhere where a joint, you know, where you move your bones, right? Like, any kind of joint, like, that it's like a stinging pinch sensation, kind of. But it is everywhere, all over your body, and you want to get up, you want to change, you want to brush your teeth, you want to take a shower, like, you're gonna do all these things, normal things people do, and you can't do it.
So
right?
For shingles, that's kind of like what it feels like for a man, you know. Like sometimes it feels like that, like it feels kind of like a burning sensation in your skin all over where that body is. It can almost be linked to like maybe psoriatic arthritis, which is more kind of like a skin disease.
A skin disease, right? Or something like that. Right. That's true. But rheumatoid arthritis also targets your energy. Like, there are days that, yes, I'm like, you know, you've seen me, like, there's days that I'm like, yes, let's do it today, like, I'm ready for the day and everything, right? But there are days where I'm, like, slow and, like, I can barely get up and, you know, but those days, it's like my energy is low, right? So that's where it gets kind of inevitable, you know, where you're just like, okay, how do I fix this, you know? Yeah. You really can't. You just have to deal with it. Yeah. And that's the most difficult thing I kind of deal with, you know? It's not necessarily my bones. My bones have actually been doing really good. Yeah, like, they have improved. Because before, I used to get a lot of flares. Yeah. A lot more flares. Now, it's very seldom, you know? Like, if it's the temperature changes or, you know, I'll get an occasional, you know, flare. But other than that, I'm doing really good. My energy can be up and down, and then that's where it's difficult.
I can imagine having that pain when you first discovered your rheumatoid arthritis.
It's scary.
And you were like, didn't even understand what was going on.
Yeah, it was very scary because, one, you don't know what you have. And two, you always think the worst. Like, oh my God, I'm going to die, kind of thing. Well, that's what I felt. And not knowing is, like, so stressful. It's like, oh my God, like, what is going on? First of all, you don't even know how to deal with it. Like, how? Because you don't know anything about it, right?
Oh, God, I got the COVID. Oh, shit.
No COVID.
No COVID.
So yeah, that's really scary, you know? But they had to do my blood tests and blood work. Like, that is the most important because that's what will actually
tell you how severe.
Prove what you have. Because I started thinking about, like, other diseases like lupus or, you know, I mean, I was just like, oh my God, like, because there's other diseases, like, that are related to arthritis that way, or autoimmune diseases that are way worse, you know? So I just started thinking about a lot of things. And I already knew my mother had, like, joint problems herself. So, you know, it could have, because I kept thinking about that, you know? But you gotta just stay strong. Stay strong, and you gotta just...
and you're a pretty active person because you work out.
I did. I worked out a lot more before. I would go to the gym every day. Or sometimes not the gym, but I even had, like, my classes were college I had PE or whatever, like, even if I was in college, I always, like, try to integrate some type of physical exercise a day, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Or I would walk a lot with my aunt. So I was very, very active when I was in college, but yeah, now it's totally changed. I hardly work out. Lately, I started working out again and trying to get into that mode because for the same reason. It was very difficult to get to this point.
But see, the thing is, what people don't know is that you are a super fit person already. You are a very voluptuous person, right?
Wow. Thank you.
But you also are very fit and slim.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pretty short. You're what? 5 what?
4.
5'4".
That's true.
So you're pretty like fit person. You're not like, so you don't look like you're not like out of shape or anything. You just used to work out a lot more when you were in college. Like,
right.
Like
well, that was also one of the reasons like that really kind of got me into like depressed mode where I was like, oh, I feel so sad about myself. Was like I gained a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of weight. I think I would say more than 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I was, or 30. Like 30 pounds.
But that happens to everybody when they get older, though.
No, but the weight gain was like every week. Bam, 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 bam. And I was like, wow, like, I can't believe this. Like, it was like, and I was working out at that time. And it's just like the medication really like got to me. And I guess, I don't know, I would stress eat or something. I'm not sure. Your life changes, for sure. Your life changes, your outlook changes. It's very...
Well, you have a life-changing disease, you know?
Yeah, it was really hard for me. I cried a lot.
I hate that like...
You were my shoulder to cry on.
Say, you know. I mean, you already know that, you know? You know? Yeah,
you know?
You know? You know? Hey, you know.
You know, you know.
You know what I mean.
Know what I mean. But yes, that is very something that you have to analyze in life and say, hey, what do I need to change? What do I need to adapt to? So, What?
I was kidding. Yeah, that was,
I forgot what I was going to say.
You forgot you were going to say because I completely distracted you.
You did.
Yeah, I know.
A lot.
Who knows what that was?
You are not even paying attention to me anymore.
I am paying attention to you.
You sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Why are your feet like... Is this okay?
What's wrong with my feet?
Like, you have a lot of, like they're dry.
I have dry feet. What am I supposed to do about it?
Put some lotion on them?
Who puts lotion on their feet?
Everybody. Look at me. I put lotion on my feet.
Seriously, who puts lotion on their feet?
I put lotion on my feet. And I actually rub my, like scrub my feet in the shower. You don't?
Scrub your feet with what?
You have the scrubber there.
What scrubber?
The scrubber.
What scrubber?
The one in the bath.
What is it?
It's a it looks like a comb. Big comb.
A big comb?
Yeah.
The big wooden one with brushes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a big wooden brush.
I'm sorry, big wooden brush.
Okay. That thing doesn't look like it'll scrape anything.
It'll take the dead skin off.
What's dead skin?
Babe, you have so much dead skin all over your feet.
That's because I walk a lot.
And sweat.
And
your
sweat.
feet sweat.
My feet sweat.
I know.
It's a normal thing.
Why are men's feet so...
What?
So, like, they have so many problems.
The feet look like they came from the cross or something.
What? They came from the cross. Oh my god. You're funny.
Yeah.
You okay?
No, yeah, I'm okay. I can edit, like, all the shit, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn it off.
Okay.